Hello. I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I hadn't really planned on doing a video today, but since the Epstein files have come out, I thought I would just pop on and talk about a couple of different things. And I think you'll find this interesting tonight. First of all, what's going on with the Epstein files? As we know, they just got released today, and the majority of them are completely redacted out. And they did not release everything they were supposed to, and that is in violation of the law. And they knew in plenty of time that they had to do this, and they claimed that it was only a month. But they knew this was coming long before that, months before that, and did not prepare. And this is just part of a pattern that we see with the Justice Department, with Pam Bondi, who, as we know, is supposed to be the Attorney General for you and I and for the country. But instead is acting as if she's Trump's personal attorney and trying to shield him as a private attorney would try to do for their client. This release that came out today, only partial compliance as we see, missing records. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche stated that several 100,000 more records are still under review and will be released in batches over the next couple of weeks, completely in violation of the law. And the initial trove includes never before seen photos of high profile people such as Bill Clinton and Walter Cronkite, and some call logs and flight records and transcripts. But what is not there or is extremely redacted were the notes from the grand juries that the judge had come out and said they could be released publicly, that they did not have to stay under seal. But the Department of Justice kept them under seal and redacted them anyway, which is in violation of that judge's order. There has to be something there about Trump, or why would they be doing this? And I think this whole thing is just, Trump must be in these pages so much more and be either guilty or too close for comfort in a lot of these things that happened with Jeffrey Epstein. And the more we learn about Epstein, the more of a creep we're learning that he was, and how disgusting he was. And really, I think that we need to see some deep dives as to how he made his money, because something's really not right here, all the way across. He had a huge funding from Leslie Wexler, Victoria's Secrets, and a couple other brands. And I don't know if there was something that he had on him that he got so much funding from him, or what the deal was. But I think we're going to learn a lot more over time. Leslie used to eat at my step-grandmother's house for lunch often. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about, I thought it would be fun because after what we saw today, I thought let's ask AI on Google, what are the potential crimes Trump is possibly committing or has committed since being back in office? And this is just, as I said, from the AI. This isn't anything solid here. But since returning to office on January 20th, 2025, President Donald Trump has faced numerous legal challenges and allegations from critics regarding potential constitutional and statutory violations. While no formal criminal charges have been filed for actions taken during his current term, several of his executive actions have been labeled as unconstitutional or illegal by federal courts and various oversight organizations. Critics and legal scholars have cited the following actions as a potential abuse of power or violations of federal law. Violations of due process. The administration has been accused of eviscerating due process through the detention and removal of immigrants without court-ordered protections. Specific lawsuits such as the Abrigo Garcia versus Nome challenged the detention of legal residents. He was just let go last week. And the administration tried to find even more charges to keep him in prison, or in jail, I should say. And they weren't able to, so he is a free man at the moment. Constitutional violations, the 14th Amendment. On his first day in office, Trump issued an executive order to end birthright citizenship. Multiple federal judges have since issued nationwide injunctions, ruling the order is a direct violation of the 14th Amendment. More abuses and possible crimes that Trump has done since January 20th of this year. Targeting law firms, Trump issued executive orders to sanction law firms such as Perkins Coie and Wilmer Hale that represented his political opponents. Courts have blocked these orders, citing violations of the First and Fifth Amendments. Firing inspector generals, his immediate dismissal of at least 17 inspector generals on January 24th, 4 days after he was sworn in, was criticized as a violation of the Inspector General's Act of 1978, which requires 30-day notice to Congress. Unlawful use of military force, the mobilization of National Guard and military forces in cities like LA and Washington, D.C. for civil law enforcement has faced lawsuits alleging it tramples on the Constitution and state authority. The impoundment of funds, his executive order freezing nearly all federal grants in late January, was blocked by federal judges who found he lacked the authority to withhold funds already appropriated by Congress. Ethics watchdogs have highlighted potential pay-to-play scenarios and conflicts of interest involving his business dealings. Crypto.com deal following an $11 million donation to Trump-affiliated committees. A long-standing SEC investigation to Crypto.com was dropped. Shortly after, Trump and Media and Technology Group announced a major business partnership with the firm. How convenient. World Liberty Financial, which is his family's crypto company, received a $2 billion investment from a foreign sovereign wealth fund following his election, raising concerns about receiving foreign emoluments. Most criminal proceedings from before his inauguration have been dismissed or delayed due to his status as a sitting president and the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity. The Georgia election case was dismissed in November, on November 26th, because the sitting president could not be compelled to stand trial in state court. The federal cases, as we know, unfortunately, related to the election interference and classified documents were dismissed or appeals withdrawn by the special counsel. Jack Smith just spoke to Congress the other day, to the House of Representatives, in a private meeting, and talked about how he had the goods in the first case about election interference, January 6th, and how Trump was really guilty of that. And Jack Smith had the receipts and everything to go to court with. As for the classified documents case, that was the one that was, by chance, I wonder, was assigned to that judge down in Palm Beach County. Well, actually, she's not. She's in Martin County. And she was the same one that helped in his other cases and ended up getting the classified documents cases withdrawn and all the documents and all the information sealed from the public. There's no question that he had documents and he is guilty as hell on that one. It's just unfortunate that he was able to worm his way around, because that case alone would have buried him, and he would never have gotten elected. He clearly stole those documents, and God knows what he's done with them. And then, of course, the New York conviction sent us to unconditional discharge on January 10th for his 34-count felony conviction for falsifying business records. He remains a convicted felon, but served no jail time. Anyway, I just thought it would be fun to take a look at Trump's record of and how that how many criminal things has he done. I can tell you that list was not complete at all. Don't forget all the business deals that they are doing as the family around the world, the airplane that they got, and so many other things going on that it may not be illegal, but certainly immoral. And I have a feeling a lot of them are illegal, but who's going to hold them to account at this point? Until Congress and the Republicans and the GOP find some spines, nothing is going to happen. You do have Massey right now, going against Trump, and once in a while you have a couple others speaking out Of course, you have MTG, but she's leaving January 6th. So, that is, she's going to go away. I can't believe that she ended up being helpful. So there we are. A president that seems to have no morals, and a president that wants to be a dictator, that seems very unhealthy, and God knows where we're going from here. But I just thought I'd throw this video out real quick and just share with you what I had found and just talk about the Epstein files. Anyway, tell me down below in the comments what you think about this Epstein business and the files, and also all these crimes that you see him doing, and anything else that the AI didn't pick up where you think that he's doing illegal business. I look forward to it. Again, please like and subscribe. It helps the growth of this channel, and I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.